Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Community Recap. This is episode number 172, and you might be saying, who are you? I am the Rickatron. I am back in business. The beard will be gone very, very soon. It was a
We should
vacation.
do a poll.
Poll? Keep the
Should
salt
Rick
and
keep
pepper?
his beard or not? Let us know. Keep it at least until Friday.
I don't know, man. Ron might not recognize me. That we got a guest coming in. We'll see. We'll see. But Safiya, thank you so much for joining me again on the recap.
Of course, happy to be here. I think I've been on the recap every week this month, so I mean, everyone knows what I've been up to. Rick, what have you been up to? Nobody has seen you since before VeeamON.
Yeah,
so.
You've been on the recap more than me this month.
Yeah.
So we had VeeamON at the early part of the month, and we had that funny, by the way, the giggles were gold on the end of that recap. Special one. And then literally right after VeeamON, I went on a 2-week vacation with the whole family to Italy. It was absolutely fantastic. But here's the funny thing, Safiya. When I booked that vacation, I didn't actually check the VeeamON dates because I had a lot of flexibility. I could leave this week, that week. I could even have done it in July. We booked it. I want to say we booked it in August of last year. And then I'm like, oh, VeeamON's in June because I was expecting May. I got lucky because I had, I want to say, about 52 hours on the ground before I left for that vacation. So it was a very hot turn. But honestly, I don't know if any of you watching have ever gone from like your busiest part of the year to like a proper vacation. It goes just fine. And I went on vacation with nothing in my inbox. And I showed her just a second ago. I only have two things in right now. I'm keeping up. But
we're on it. I mean, like right after VeeamON, Rick was in the office the next day.
Well, there's only one Rickatron. Yeah. Well, hold on though. I still haven't unpacked the Pelican case. So just to let you know, I say I'm all caught up. But
let me know if you need help with that.
Kind of a mess right now. So, but it smells good because I changed the air freshener in here. So, all right, the community has been hopping. So let's jump in and let's go first up to a guy named Jeff. A guy named Jeff is introducing Kasten, the A to Z series from none to number one. So the new twist of zero to hero. So it looks like Jeff's providing yet another learning exercise here with Kubernetes.
Yeah. So last week on the recap, I don't know if you had time to watch the recap on your vacation. I hope you weren't watching them on your vacation.
I read the posts.
Okay.
I didn't watch
last week, we did mention one of Jeff's posts. It was highlighting the 10th anniversary, the 10th birthday, if you will, of Kubernetes. And what better way to celebrate a decade of Kubernetes than starting your journey into Kubernetes and in turn learning about Kasten. So in this article, which seems to be the first part of a series, as you mentioned, that Jeff is creating, he's going over how to create a test environment. So step by step, Jeff is going over everything you'll be doing in this series that he's creating. And in this post, he goes over installing K3s step by step. And Michael Cade even gives it a little comment at the end, sharing his own blog series from 2021 on creating a Kubernetes cluster in his home lab. So I'm excited for this series. I think it'll be great. Is that beautiful heart?
I have my moments.
No, I'm sure it'll be a great series. These are great for the community looking to start their Kubernetes journey. As we know, we don't have too many experts sharing their knowledge on the community. So Jeff is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. So it's great that he's trying to create some more experts in the field. As he said, I think he mentioned there's like no excuse to have, a lack of Kubernetes knowledge. We're going to make it diminished in this series. So continue engaging with it. Subscribe to Kubernetes Corner.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. And it's a good also shout to remind everyone that Kubernetes Corner with new icon here is our, thematic group dedicated to Kubernetes stuff. And here's that post you were just talking about. So check it out. Very good way. You're right. There's no excuse if you want to learn Kubernetes or if you have to. There's no excuse on not being able to do that with plenty of free options right here at the Veeam Community Hub.
Exactly.
Next up, this might be the first time, well, probably since he's new or she is new, encryption for enterprise plugins from Echo Charlie Bravo 34, ECB
Charlie
34.
Bravo.
I don't know. I don't know what this. Maybe let us know what this means.
I don't know what ECB means.
It could just be an individual's initials and maybe their age, or but that's only one timer, the age, it changes. So I don't know let us know what ECB 34 is, but we're talking about enterprise encryption, enterprise plugin encryption. So this is a big one, actually. I think encryption is really important for backups.
Yeah, so this creator, ECB, whoever you are, introduce yourself to the community. They're not actually new. I checked out their profile, but this is their first post. So welcome to posting. Continue creating content because this is great. They're going over options for encrypting for enterprise plugin backups, as you said. They're discussing network traffic encryption and repository encryption. So, going over how for network traffic encryption, by default, this is already in place for Veeam plugin backups, and links a lot of Help Center documents. As you can see that list, they all go over to the Veeam Help Center with documents on learning more about this. And similarly, they do the same with linking documents and notes on repository encryption. So great article. I think it was Derek who mentioned that he's not as familiar because he's not super engaged with this area. So, good content to share.
Yeah, this is cool because, and I like how, especially some of the newer plugins, they say here that the plugin cannot send backups to a backup repository where the encryption is enabled, right? So you have to actually encrypt the backup, not the storage of the repository. And it's not yet consistent across them all. So I think it's really important that depending on which enterprise app you're using, we check this. So ECB Echo Charlie Bravo, tell me if I'm right or wrong. You probably found this out the hard way, right? And that's why you wrote it up to share. So I really appreciate that, because honestly, now that I think about it, I didn't realize it. I knew about it for the sequel because I was working on that when we launched it, but really appreciate you writing this up. But yes, you know what we ought to do? We ought to make a badge.
A badge for what?
Like the graduation from lurker to poster. Like
lurker to poster?
Yeah, if you've existed for more than 3 months and then you post. Or Safiya's in charge of the badges.
She's Alfred with like a disguise on, kind of like creepily. Oh, preview for the
no, misfire. No, sorry.
We'll just go to who's new right now and the recap.
No, I'm rusty. But the thought is, if they've been around for a while. So this is Safiya who's in charge of the badges, and she's like, "Oh, Rick, another one of your ideas."
It'd be fun. I think that would be a bit harder to track, but we'll see. Maybe we can make that a thing for like first post badge for like the newbies, but
or maybe just a first post badge. How about that? It might be easier.
First post. Give it to a lot of people automatically.
Hey, you gotta have something.
Gotta have something on the profile. Exactly.
Awesome. Anyways, welcome to Interaction Level ECB 34.
And continue engaging.
Yeah, thank you. All right, next up in content to share. This one is kind of funny because when we were planning this up, and we do plan, by the way, but when we were planning this up, I'm like, oh, I really like this one. And there's something else we'll share here soon, probably next week. But Andy from the Veeam R&D team is actually highlighting a new capability from VMware called live patching. I think that's cool.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is a really fresh post. I mean, 6 hours from the time that we're recording now. And when we selected it was probably like post created an hour before. So yeah, Andy, he works at Veeam Solutions Architect here. And in this blog, he goes over the new vSphere 8 update. That's a feature, which is a live patch. If you're not familiar, vSphere live patch allows administrators to apply critical patches directly to their hypervisor layer without requiring a reboot or evacuation of hosts, ensuring continuous availability of VMs while keeping the system secure and updated.
I like that. I mean, it was already easy to do. So having it live is even better. So that's actually a really cool VMware innovation here.
Yeah. And in the article, he goes over the benefits of this feature: minimize downtime, operational efficiency, and increased security, and dives into the implementation details and a step-by-step on how to utilize this new live patch feature. So Rick, you kind of already said your thoughts, but any additional opinions on this live patch?
No, just in general, it's really good to keep platform products updated. So Windows, Hyper-V, VMware, things like that, and Veeam as well. But having something like this, here's the other thing. Who's to say that I'm not looking at this as like, oh, could Veeam do that? That type of thing. So that's interesting. But thank you, Andy, for writing this up. Great post.
And he does write at the end, well, in the comments, because somebody asked if they can utilize it now with BNR, I believe. And
but
currently, no,
Yeah.
it's not supported. 90 days within GA, he mentioned. So
yeah, that's actually super important shout there, Safiya. So I'm gonna use every color here. But basically, the reality is when we have these new platform support offerings, it's really important that we validate it with the actual GA version of those individual platforms. And 8.03 is not officially supported. But I will tell everyone, the previous 8.0 release ended up just working, but we had to validate it. So it's very possible we could say it just works, or we'll get into the business of we need an update, and it would be in KB 4510. We will let you know on the recap when that happens. Speaking of KB, I'm going to go off script. Okay. I was doing this a few times earlier, but I just want to let everybody know that since I've been out and we haven't done it in a while, the offline suspicious file list has been updated. So the Butler API is now, I believe, at 73. It was at version 68 the last time we showcased this on the recap. So if you are doing the offline file updates for the inline malware detection, now is a good time to update the XML file. So thinking about live patching, let's update our offline suspicious file list too. But for those of you who have the Veeam BNR server with access to the internet, you won't have to do a thing. All right, back to our regularly scheduled programming. We're going to talk about special department, and Shane has a video about VMCE exam prep. That's cool.
Yeah, so last Friday, actually, they had an event for the VMCE study hall. Shane hosted another one of these events back in April with Razvan Ionescu. And this time he brought Chris Huss, another one of the technical trainers here at Veeam. And Chris went over tips on how to succeed in your VMCE exam prep and on test day. I watched a little snippet of it because I sent it over to the web team to get it brought over to YouTube, which will be uploaded soon. And he was talking about don't drink too much on your exam day because all you're going to be thinking about is going to the bathroom. Just like the small tips like that, but also more extensive. So he goes, it's a lot of detail.
Yeah, if all you can think about is I got to get done because I got to go to the washroom, that's going to skew your score for sure.
Yeah, so he goes over a lot. I think it's about an hour long. Shane shared a Dropbox link to it, but it'll be uploaded on the main Veeam YouTube channel in a few days. And if it's uploaded by the time of the recap, we'll definitely link it in this post. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, this is great. The VMCE study hall has been such a success so far. So great job to Shane, and thank you, Chris and Razvan and all of the other Veemers who are engaging with this group and giving content to the community.
Yeah, thank you. And Shane, I saw you on a podcast with Anthony, recorded at VeeamON, saw that come through just now. So big week for Shane. So thank you for that, Shane. Yeah, we'll adjust the post and put the YouTube link in there and get the little WYSIWYG so you can see it. It's cool stuff. All right, next up is a VeeamON recap from Chris. And this is kind of like a really good what it was like to have been there post. We'll scroll through that here, but this is your second VeeamON. What did you think of it, Safiya? I didn't get to chat with you about VeeamON.
I liked VeeamON. I mean, I like the venue that Chris is showing currently. We could just go over it as he scrolls through. No, it was a great event. I heard great feedback from everyone who attended as well. So I do want to highlight the fact that VeeamON virtual content is still available for the next couple of weeks. So July 15th is the deadline. So if you weren't able to attend, or you did attend and you really want to rewatch one of the recordings that were recorded on site or recorded before the event, then you can do that, like Chris mentions right there, on July 15th, those on-demand sessions.
Yeah, the virtual content, which includes some of the in-person sessions, not all, but some of them were recorded and will be up for replay. I wrote on our team chat, because this was our 10th year of VeeamONs. We didn't
and you've
have
been to them all.
I've been involved in every single VeeamON because the very first one was in 2014. So actually, this would be the 11th occurrence with, actually, no, 10th occurrence because there was not one in 2016. So just long story, we went from Q4 to Q2 for it, and we basically skipped the year. But all of that being said, it was a great VeeamON, and I was really happy with the way it turned out. And we're still going through some of the survey data. And then, of course, I left right after the event. Thanks, bye, but I was really happy with it. Good time. And then now we're going to pivot to VeeamON forums and tours. Those are starting to pipe up.
Yeah, they are.
But thank you, Chris, for even going through some of your sessions. Oh, yeah, he was in there. I remember seeing it. Yeah, and every elevator floor had these funny.
I don't remember what was on my floor.
Mine said something about wear your sunscreen.
Wear your sunscreen. Okay. Yeah. My floor was like a ghost town. That's what I do recall. I don't think I saw one other person on my floor. I think I was the only person that they put on my specific floor. Oh. I saw nobody ever like walking around. I never heard anyone. It was a bit of a creepy. So that's my one thing.
Word to everyone: never travel with Safiya. She has very bad hotel luck. She never gets the good end of the hotel stick.
I really don't. I think I was right above the event floor. I think I was on the lowest floor possible for rooms. But yeah, don't check in with me.
Hang in there. All right, last up on special department, Hin is taking a Cloud City VeeamON summary, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so this is great. Hin also on site at VeeamON this year, but he takes his recap with a different approach than other people. He's applying it only to cloud. So he highlights some of the updates that were announced. I believe he also highlights some things that from the sessions that he attended with some imaging there relating to AWS, M365, Azure, Salesforce, and much more.
Yeah, in fact, Redshift is coming for the AWS backup product, and that's one big highlight. So, and then how it's going to work, those types of things. So good stuff. Thank you, Hin, for writing that up. And I didn't get to say hi to Hin. I feel bad, but
hi Hin. Well, you can say it now virtually. But one more post before we go to who's new. Yeah. It didn't appear on this list, but the blog of the month. It should be maybe on the homepage.
Yes, I saw it. That's right. Do we have a winner?
We do not have a winner. The contest is out now.
Hold on. Yeah. I don't want to show it because I'm logged in. Let me log out because I don't want to show. Vote? No, but I don't want to show the results. So I will vote, but not when we're recording.
Okay.
So a reminder to everyone to record. We've got posts from Shane, from Christian, from Jeff, from Antonio, thank you. Luis and Steve.
Steve, an employee this time.
Oh, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. He can't win. Who did that?
You did not do that. Maddie did that. Yeah, she mentions it even in the post. She's like, something about employee, but it's well deserved. So, oh my God, my eyes are burning. I'm keep touching my eyes. I'm not crying, I swear.
Oh, okay. Well, you keep talking to me. I'll get you laughing. Maybe we'll get crying. Yeah. We don't know. But anyways, be sure to vote for blog of the month. Thank you, Madalena, for curating that. That'll be fun stuff. All right. I almost went into it too early, but I switched screens wrongly.
Had a little bit of a preview.
Yeah. Who's new? Plus 82. That rhymes. Let's see here. Shredded Monk. Do you work out? That's probably why. That's cool. That's cool. A couple other one why there I don't know. Let us know.
That's just my name.
Yeah. I love this stuff.
Nothing special.
Yeah. Welcome everyone. This is a funny one. Community user 4000. Kofi. Oh, that's cute. All right. Welcome everyone. I love seeing the new users. Let's see. And I never know what you're gonna pick here at Safiya. Well, I got a cat tail, I got a cat head, and we got 4 coolest users: Jimmy Mac, Chop 88 on site, and
Peach? I think the 3
Peach Tech Lady. Maybe from the ATL. Peach from Atlanta?
Maybe.
Let us know, P3. I like that, P3 Peach. And then Alfred's pick is the Shredded Monk.
Had to go to the Shredded Monk.
That's ripped. That's lit. I love it. Awesome. Thank you, Safiya, for curating the Who's New. Those are always fun. I really appreciate that. Next week, there's a chance we'll be back to normal with Madalena back on deck, and I'll get my screen ops better instead of like, switching out too soon. But like, you gotta zoom it. You gotta work on doing that.
Okay.
Because you'll forget how to do it. And Jeff, you know what I'm talking about. Even small things, just as regular for that. But thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you next week on 173. Anything's coming up that might be a surprise I feel like there was something coming up I want to talk about, but I can't remember what it was.
No.
I remember there's something. Oh, I don't have any travel in July. That's what I wanted to share.
Wow.
Other than a vacation. Well, that's the plan now, but
don't jinx yourself. Like, there will be people watching. They say, can you come to my event? Can you do this?
Well, long story. I have to. It's a weird summer because something going. It's good, but something going on. I probably won't have much summer travel, so really excited. So I'm gonna try. To do them all. We'll see though. All right. Thank you, Safiya, and we will see you all next week.